I look like a mess. I look like one of those AIs. Okay. Okay, those who are wondering, right before I start this live, the snack that I have for today. Ah, jeez. I just knocked. I knocked over a. Hey, I was looking for this. This is to help stir my paint. Yeah. I accidentally knocked over a cup full of colored pencils. Let's just put you. I don't know. Let's put you somewhere. Hopefully, I don't bump into you again. Um. Yeah, let's just leave those right here. Right there for now. Okay. Yeah, so back to. Wait, what's this flavor? Ripes Rainbow? I never even heard of Ripes Rainbow before. Weird. Yeah. Just shows you how much strength I have. How much human strength I have inside. Ooh, that is cherry. Oh. It disappointed me. Hmm. Okay. Hello? Hello? If anyone's seeing this, please say hi. Or if you can hear me, please say hi. Hello? Oh. Okay. Time to fix this introduction. In 3, 2, 1. Hi, welcome back. So, oh, hi there. Eliana? Hi? Hi, welcome back. Or welcome to my live stream if you're new. I don't know. Hello. Sorry, taffy in my teeth. Hello. Hi. Hi there. Hello there, Rock. Rock? Hi, Rock. Oi. Oi. Is that how you say hello? Oi. Hello, bro. So what are you gonna do? Hi there, Shelby. Okay, so for today's video, first off, I wanted to show you guys a painting that I worked on last week. And yeah. How are you? I'm doing okay, Keyshawn? Am I saying your name right? Keyshawn? If I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry. Um, yeah, I'm doing okay. How about yourself? Hi, Shelby. Okay. So I'm gonna show you guys the painting that I made. Do bear with. It's not. I'm not a very detailed artist, so yeah. So this is what I painted. Um, as you can tell in the writing, it says "break me," and the reason why I wrote, the reason why I painted this was because I was I don't know, I wanted to do something with like mindset. So yeah. You are from which country? I am from the U.S. I'm from the U.S. I'm from the USA. I'm sorry. Is inverted. Um, sort of. So basically, it's like I don't know. I want to try to like show you guys the full painting, but the spelling's backward. So yeah. Sorry. So if you guys were here during my live stream last week or last Sunday, you would know that I showed you guys a few of my paintings that I did. And yeah, I recently started getting back into painting because, well, I missed it, and I definitely wanted to get back into painting. Is it your painting? Yes, this is my painting. And this painting, believe it or not, took me like 2 hours. Took me like 2 hours to make. Took me 2 hours. Took me 2 hours to make. Hi, Daisy. So yeah, this painting took me 2 hours to make. It was not fun at all. Only because I've been trying to okay, so here's the thing though. I've been trying to find ways for me to save up time lately, but when I painted this, it was already past 3 o'clock, and normally during that time I would go live on like my TikTok and chat with people. But yeah, so and I didn't know how many people would actually show up for my live, but yeah, but this is what I painted. So basically, overall, the reason why I painted this was for one thing, I wanted to do something that incorporated mental health, in my opinion, that at least what I went through. So in this image, basically, you have a humanoid figure, obviously bald, and he's wearing what I would describe as like Freddy Krueger. If you haven't seen Freddy Krueger, or if you've never seen like Freddy Krueger before, you would know like his clothes, specifically like his shirt is like black and red. Can you do scratch of any face? Um, I can do that, but it's more like cartoony-ish. Because here's the thing though, this is pretty much how I draw people. This is how I draw people, really. I can't draw very detailed. I can only draw people in like weird humanoid versions. Um, yeah. I would definitely love to see what else I can do with maybe add like a little bit more details in the face. But yeah, overall this is just like my yeah, this is just one of the paintings I did. And yeah, this is the painting I did this week. Like I said, if you want to see many more paintings I did do a live stream last Sunday. So you can go and check out the other paintings I did. But yeah, this is the one I did recently. And yeah, like I said, I can't draw normal people. I can draw looking humanoid aliens, I guess. Well, that's just me. That's just me. So, and yeah. Yeah, and the reason why I have it say break me is because basically I wanted to give an example of like what my mind goes through when I feel like someone like breaks me. And pretty much this is how I see myself, I guess. This is how I would see myself whenever like someone breaks my mind. Pretty much like as if, I'm inhuman, inhuman and yeah, I feel like a demon. What's your name? My name is Dom. My name is Dom. It's short for Dominic. I've had that, so I've had Dominic since birth, but I've had the nickname Dom since age 11? Either 11 or 4. I don't know. Quite frankly, though, there's a lot of different stories. No, I'm Lutheran. I'm Lutheran. I'm not Jewish, I'm Lutheran. I've been Lutheran for many years. But I did know someone who was Jewish, but he and I kind of just like went our own separate ways after we graduated high school. I mean, if you know, you know, when like, two people graduate school, when two people graduate school, they always go down their own separate paths. And yeah, I mean, we talked, but then slowly communication pretty much just like ceased. What is your Instagram? My Instagram is the same for my YouTube. Um, it's I'm Dom Kills. I'm underscore Dom underscore Kills. The link should be in my description if you want to go and check it out. But yeah, so overall, this is just the painting I did this week. I really love it. However, though, what's interesting is that if you see on the side, it's black because I was working with a black canvas. Now, I didn't know how difficult this was gonna be, Okay, I had no idea how difficult it was going to be to use a black canvas until I had did some outlines on the canvas because that's pretty much how my artwork goes. So what I do is basically I take a pencil and I sketch out like what the drawing looks like on the canvas, and then later I try to add like some other detail, like take some black ink and maybe draw out the line. But yeah. However, though, this was a challenge for me because um yeah, because this was a black canvas and yeah. But as you can see, I somewhat succeeded even if I didn't succeed. Hi, Anthony. Okay, so you said I will send requests. Nice drawing. Thank you. This is one of the drawings that I made today. Well, not today, this week. Yeah. I don't know why. I really do like this. My only fear is that if I post this on Facebook, because I explained this last week when I had post something on Facebook, one of my paintings that had this sort of theme going, meaning like a humanoid but it was like a humanoid figure surrounded by shadow figures. And hi, Anthony. I see you're trying to tell me to say hi. Hi. And Facebook decided to take it down for no apparent reason or reasons to me I can't explain, but yeah. Sorry, I had an itch. But yeah, so this, I don't know, I feel like maybe I could post this on Facebook, but my only worst fear would be that if I post this on Facebook, they will try to take it down, or at least one of my other, another painting of mine that I did yet again. So, yeah. But what do you think? Also, I don't know why, but for me though, I've always done like so for a lot of people who don't know, the type of art I do more abstract or at least like weird graffiti art um that you would see like maybe in the hallway at a subway station. I don't know. But yeah, that this is basically what I do. You know, this is the type of art I do. Um Can I draw a watermelon? No. No, I can't. I can't draw fruit. Here's the thing though. Even if I tried, um, I still think it wouldn't turn out good. Like, I would need to like be very detailed with how I'm drawing something, whether it's like fruit or a shoe. God forbid I can't draw a shoe. Yeah, I can only draw or paint stuff like this. So, yeah. This should explain this should explain a lot. But yeah. Yeah, so that's my painting. I'm gonna call it like Break Me or whatever. But yeah. So that was my painting for today that I wanted to show you on this live. Now, as you can also tell by the title of this live stream, I'm also going to tell you a crazy story that happened to me. And it pretty much all happened today, so less than 24 hours ago. So sit back, get ready, eat some popcorn because I got another crazy story to tell you, and it's not even Saturday. It's not even Saturday. So for those who were on my live stream yesterday I told you the story pretty much of what was going on throughout my week last week, and how Saturday I was just explaining how crazy my day went, and how I explained that on Monday I had trash thrown on top of me. Then I had juice. Someone spilled juice in the serving area, like right in the middle of the serving area, and someone also on Monday told me to go off myself. And then Tuesday, I explained how I was being chased by a dog that somehow ran across a busy road. And then Friday, I had to take care of the bug control guy that showed up at 8 o'clock in the morning when no one else knew that he was coming. So, yeah. And that brings it all to today's story. So here's pretty much what had happened. So, yeah, like I said, sit back, relax, and get ready. So, um, well, actually, this is one of two events that happened. So, one happened at work, and the other one happened when I was at the store. So the first one happened while I was at work. So I was getting ready to set up the I was doing some prepping outside. I was setting out the salt and pepper shakers, the ketchups, the hot sauce bottles. I was setting up the works for the people to use for their food, right? When all of a sudden, I don't know why, as I had placed the last hot sauce bottle, all of a sudden I heard this loud crash. Like my face looks crazy, by the way. Yes, I heard a very loud crash, and then I looked and saw that all the salt and pepper shakers were on the floor. And there was salt, there was pepper everywhere. And mind you, this was like 5:30 in the morning or like 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't know. I've been up since around 4 a.m. So, and I gotta do it again tomorrow. But yeah, so pretty much this is what happened. I had I had walked in this morning and I saw that the tray full of salt and peppers and ketchups and hot sauce bottles were already out and they were on the table, but they were leaning close to the edge of one of the tables. And I thought, maybe I can like chance it, just leave it how it is and just, go with it. Yeah, biggest mistake because when I did, um, left it that way, yeah, all the all that pepper, all that salt. I had to sweep it up. And thank God we didn't have like so many guests because excuse me, I'm so sorry. Because if we did, then basically they would have had to walk across salt and pepper shakers like they did when last week on Monday when a kid accidentally spilled some juice and I had to get some signs and to make sure that they don't walk across any of the juice. So, yeah, that was great. So after I cleaned up, I had to restock everything. I had to restock the salt and pepper shakers, and that was pretty much it. And this all was happening before 6 a.m., okay? I mean, when I mean it was before 6 a.m., it was before 6 a.m. Like, no one was up except for me and my other coworker who works with me on Saturdays and Sundays, and whoever was working at the front desk. Yeah. But anyways, so that was just something that happened to work happened at me at work. Okay, hold on. Let me give you a quick sec. Hold on. I'll be back in just a quick second. I just need to open up this window because it's getting a little too dark. Yoink. Oh, you saw my face. You saw my ugly face. You saw my ugly chin. I'm so sorry. Okay, can you see my face better? A little bright, but okay. Yeah. So, pretty much on yeah, today I had to clean up salt and peppers that had spilled on the floor at nearly 6 a.m. in the morning. Now, that was pretty much overall like the only thing that happened at work, other than the fact that pretty much we had like a very slow day. So, yeah. But however, though, okay, story number two of what happened today as well, and this happened a few hours ago. So right after I had left work, I stopped by the dollar store because I had to get some things, my local dollar store, and I was getting ready to okay, so I had some things in my basket and I was just going from aisle to aisle just going around making sure I had everything. And then I made this one turn and then all of a sudden I heard a kid call out, "Hey, mom." And then I don't know why, but as I was walking past the aisle, he saw me and he was like, "Excuse me, mom." And I was like, um, I think you have the wrong person. I'm not your mom. And he was like, oh, sorry, but do you know where my mom is? And I was like, kid, I don't even know who your mom is. And here's the thing though, I did not know what to do. I mean, I don't know where this kid's parents were, but I was just like, okay, where was the last place you saw your parents? And they said, and he said, over on the other aisle. And I was like, which aisle? And he was like, so I figured this was a good hint. Because, it could have meant either or because we were in between aisles. So I was just like, oh, Lord, help me. I just gotten off of work and now I may need to help. And now I need to help a child find their parents. Yeah. Which didn't really take long because so the first thing I did was went down one aisle this direction, on the right, on the right, just to see if you know, just to see if his parents were down there. I checked, they weren't, and it wasn't until I turned around and we went to the aisle on the left and saw his parents again. Well, that's where we saw the kid's parents, and I was just like, "Well, here you go, kid." And his parents looked at me and said, "Thank you. Where was he?" And I said, "Oh, he was in the aisle with all the Halloween decorations and candy, because because it's September and everyone's getting ready for Halloween. So, yay, happy Halloween." But yeah, so that only took like a few minutes, pretty much. Yeah, it only took a few minutes, and luckily the kid was able to find his parents. But overall, today, yeah, today was pretty okay. However, though, I am hoping that tomorrow and Tuesday, or any day really throughout this week, gets a little better because so if you were here on my live yesterday, you would know that I was talking about how pretty much last week I was really having a rough week. I felt like I was losing my mind 24/7. I felt like I wasn't getting enough sleep. I felt like I was doing terrible at my job, and I had people screaming at me, screaming at my ear, screaming in my face, pretty much telling me like I am so many words that, quite frankly, you would not want to say in front of your children because I I don't know. I mean, I remember there's this one lady that I talked about how she got upset because Monday we ran out of scrambled eggs, even though there's a good reason why we ran out. We ran out of omelets and scrambled eggs that day because it was Labor Day weekend, which meant we were very busy, okay? We were very busy, and she had the nerve, the audacity to look at me and make it seem like I'm purposely withholding scrambled eggs, which, quite frankly, is ridiculous to even say out loud. Like, why would I don't know. I mean, here's the thing though. I have had a lot of confrontations with a lot of guests who pretty much have either sent me thank yous and flowers, and other guests who pretty much wish me dead, like right there on the floor in front of them. But yeah, I just try to make sure that no matter what, I don't let any of that like get underneath my skin, even though that does happen from time to time, meaning that whenever someone says something about me, like saying how slow I am or how I can't do this, I can't do that. Immediately, I feel like I'm put in a corner, and yeah, that's just no, that's just a lot for me. And especially as someone who, because I don't really talk about this that much, but I do suffer from anxiety and depression. I've had it since I was a very young child. And the reason why I don't talk about it that much is because Anxiety and depression is one of the many different mental health causes out there, or problems people go through, is a very sensitive topic, determining on which exactly you're talking about. Hi Amari, how you doing? Hopefully I'm saying your name right. I'm sorry if I said it wrong, but hi. But yeah, so I suffer from anxiety and depression. I've dealt with it for so long that I didn't know what to do really. And it wasn't until I finally found a lot of solutions to help me process my anxieties and depression, especially when I was a child and fully understanding like why I always felt different or felt ashamed of being different than anybody else. Well, everybody else. So yeah, and it kind of like morphed my way into like adulthood, because I am now 24. Okay, I'm 24. I still suffer from anxiety and depression, but I do try to manage it as best. Like I try to write, of course. I love to write. I also do art, as you can tell from me showing you what I just painted this week. Yeah, so this is what I painted. Or running, or exercise, or just overall, you know. I mean, whatever helps you with your mental health. If it's helping you in like a good way, then go for it. If it's helping you, but if it's like helping you but in a bad way, then you're probably gonna need to find a therapist or a psychologist to talk about that, because I am not one. So, yeah. Which isn't a shame, because I myself have been to therapy and still do. Because, I mean, I don't know why people feel shame about therapy, anyways, by the way. Therapy is actually very helpful. Therapy is actually very helpful. You are quite talented. Aw, thank you so much, Seashell Cindy. Thank you very much. And I bet you and everyone else on my live here is also very talented. I bet all of you are smart and amazing and beautiful and strong and hardworking. Mwah. Sorry, I don't know why I do mwah. I normally do that when like I end my live streams, like, which I don't know why, but anytime I like end a live stream, I always end up blowing someone a kiss. I always end up blowing a kiss to the camera to everybody, thinking that, I don't know why, but it's just like, have a good day, mwah. And then I do this. I mean, I don't know if it's weird, but I hope it's not weird. I just think that, you deserve love. You deserve love. You deserve love. Okay? And I won't judge you for whoever you are or whoever you believe, or just as long as you are you, and if it doesn't like affect me in a way or anybody else, then eh. Okay, yeah. But anyways, so yeah. Like I said, if you were here on my live stream yesterday, you would know that pretty much last week was really gave me a kick in the butt. A really good kick in the patoot. If you can also tell, recently I have this on around my neck. It is a crystal. I think I already explained this in the live yesterday. But basically, I started wearing this crystal, and it's a clear crystal. And they said like, excuse me, they say like with clear crystals, they're supposed to bring like, take away some type of negative energy and bring some type of positive energy. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Yeah, they're supposed to bring like some sort of like positive energy, I assume. So, yeah. And I know that sounds weird. I know that sounds weird, but yeah. But yeah, I wear this because yeah. I don't know why. I wear this because it makes me feel a little bit less anxious, I should say. It makes me feel a little bit less anxious, but also it makes me feel safe. It also makes me feel like no matter what, I should just take a moment to breathe and yeah. However, though, I'm not like obsessed with this because I don't really like wear this necklace like all the time, especially at my job because I do since I work as a cook, as a chef, I do have to be very cautious about me, you know, wearing jewelry like this because no one wants to let's say eat oatmeal and then all of a sudden they accidentally bite into this. Yeah. Yeah, so but when I do wear this, it just helps. And I do wear this around this necklace around other places, but yeah. Okay, also, let's see. So pretty much this week, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to like somehow like manifest some sort of like good week this week for me because so far this week, so because after last week when everything was so crazy, I need I need at least this week to go okay for me. That is all I'm saying. I want this week to be like a-okay. Like I don't have to feel like so anxious. I just want this week to be better because after last week, yeah, I need something to help. And here's the thing though, I always say a little prayer for myself each morning. I always say a little prayer for myself each morning. I always pray to God to please let me have a good day. And no matter what happens, to please let me, make sure I stay safe, I stay humble, and just, you know, be thankful for the many blessings I have right now and the many more blessings I hope to have much later in my future. But yeah, however, though, I always try to ask God to please bless me throughout the week so that way I can keep my sanity. Hi, Anthony, again. Yeah. Okay, so before I get off this live here, because I will be getting off this live here in just a few minutes, I do have to talk about what's going to be going on this week. So I will be going live again on Saturday, so make sure that you make sure that you hit the bell notification for Saturday. And I do have some short videos that I will be posting on Tuesday and Thursday. One of them I'm hoping is to like put out like an astrology video, because so far my number one video on like YouTube really is like, well, to me it's number one, even if it's like even though it has only like 50,000 views, which I'm very thankful for, by the way. Thank you very much. Mwah. Yeah. I don't know why I always try to post astrology videos, but yeah. But the problem is like most of the audios I use, some audios come from like very popular songs, and I get copywritten like like that, and I don't know how people like don't get copywritten every time they post something on YouTube, but like praise to you if the amount of times you don't get copywritten, like please tell me what's your secret. Yeah. So I'm hoping to find at least one audio that isn't copywritten that I could use to hopefully post on here and wouldn't have to be taken down, because that's mainly what YouTube would take one of my videos down for, my short videos, only because I use songs from famous artists. So, yeah. And then another short video should be pretty much like my typical short videos that I post on here with Bob's Burgers. So, but what can I say? I'm a Bob's Burgers fan. Well, okay. So that's pretty much what's happening. Two new short videos this week, and I will also be going live again on Saturday this week. So make sure you subscribe, you like the live stream, and you turn on the bell notifications so you can be notified when I go live, okay? And also, I did recently put out a fun little song called Kills Me, out now. Should be out on all platforms on like Friday, but yeah. But yeah, we'll just wait and see. And also, don't forget to check out my many other videos. If you want to go check out my short videos, go check out my songs, go check out my other trying for the first time videos. The last trying video I made was trying Korean corn dogs. But I said trying Korean dogs or Korean hot dogs for the first time. My mistake, okay? My mistake. So, yeah, which I'm very sorry. I I mispronounced very poorly. So, yeah. But yeah, yeah, you should definitely go check them out, just to see me talk and, you know, maybe bounce some other ideas off of that I can make for like other videos if you want. I'll try to make a post on here one day where basically I just ask like what type of video content you guys want to see, or whatever you want to see, how many people actually comment on it. So yeah, don't forget to yeah, I'll try to make a post on it so you can help me bounce off ideas, which would be wonderful. Thank you. Yeah, but anyways, so I guess that's it for today's live stream. Thank you all to those who showed up on my live today. Thank you so much. I do hope that you have a wonderful day and or night. I hope you take care. I hope you stay safe. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like this live stream, and turn on bell notifications or turn on the alarm button so you can be notified when I go live again this Saturday. This Saturday, okay? But until then, thank you so much. Take care. Stay safe. And as always, I love you. Mwah. Bye. Mwah. Sorry, I thought you deserved it. Sorry, I thought you deserved another kiss. Mwah. There's the third one. Okay. Bye.